What's going on, everybody? Alex with you here again. Thank you for stopping by for yet another chess video. In my opinion, when it comes to improving your chess game, I really don't think there's a straightforward cut and dry method that will work for everybody. Time and time again, people may convince you that doing a lot of chess puzzles might be one of the best ways to improve your chess games. Other people might tell you just go ahead and play more games. While other people might tell you just, hey, take out the chess books on strategy, understanding openings, end games, middle games, and understand chess on a deeper level. That may be the best way that you can improve chess. My goal in this short video is hopefully to give you guys some advice when it comes to what I believe are more effective ways of improving your chess game. But before I continue with this video, I wanted to take a moment and mention the fact that Father's Day is coming up, and Father's Day for a lot of people is a very special day. June 19th, I believe, this year. It kind of varies year to year. If you are a father yourself, or there is somebody in your family who's a father who enjoys playing chess as well, figured I'd share a couple of purchases that I've recently made for Father's Day. Purchases that I made for myself, but I figured by doing these purchases, this would be helpful for some people out there that are looking for small gifts for Father's Day. Okay, so one of them is this really cool cup that says Chess Dad on both sides. Got a little black handle right here, and it's black on the inside. I already drank coffee from it, so maybe if you look closely, there might be some coffee inside. Really cool little cup. You can, I think it's microwavable, microwave safe. It's a really nice cup, and for somebody who's into chess, you know, it's a great way of just basically getting somebody something that's inexpensive, that tells them that, hey, I recognize that chess may be something important in your life, and you are important to me, and I'm getting you these type of gifts because I want to emphasize your importance in my life. Here's my other purchase. If you guys can see a little bit closer, it says, the only thing that I love more than playing chess is being a dad. So that's really cool. There's been a lot of other ones that are chess related, but some of them are a little bit too like arrogant. Even in the cups, I was like, okay, so there was like one cup that said tears of my opponents or something like that. But this is a large size, and it's nice and kind of very free. I'll give you guys a link to both the cup and the shirt. I think that this particular one here is relatively neutral, and it's a nice way of showing somebody in your family the appreciation for being a dad. Something small like this goes a long way. In fact, I was planning to make a separate video about what to get a father for Father's Day who enjoys chess, but I figured that video may get a few views initially after Father's Day. Nobody's really going to be watching it, so I figured I might as well combine these two videos and kind of give you guys some helpful information. So if you did enjoy those helpful advice, please be sure to hit that like button. And also, if you do have a father in your family that you're planning to get anything chess related, please be sure to share with me and the community about what you're planning to get them. Now, if you are looking for a chess set as a gift, you do have to be a little bit more careful and do your research before getting something, because sometimes a really nice chess set can be an excellent gift for Father's Day. However, something more decorative perhaps may be a nice gift for some, while for others it may just occupy space. If I were to give advice to get a chess set, it's really nice to look around for maybe getting an engraved chess set. Something I've seen a couple of really cool models that I'll also show you guys some links below, so be sure to check them out. I've seen one that has kind of opening up like a box type of a chess set, and then they have chess pieces inside, and on the outside you can get like something engraved into it. So a name would be really nice. So it's very kind of personal. As far as any other chess sets or more practical ones, like I said before, you really kind of have to do your research. If that particular father tends to go out to a lot of tournaments in town, you could definitely get something like a really nice new tournament bag, chess pieces, some kind of a roll-up board, something nice like that would definitely be, you know, a good gift. However, for other people, getting a nice wooden board and some nice wooden pieces would also be just as nice. Okay, let's jump back into the idea that I wanted to cover in this video as far as what you can do to improve in your chess game. Now, before I get started, let's just kind of backtrack a little bit and ask ourselves, why specifically would you even want to get better at chess? It seems like I shouldn't even be asking that question, because why wouldn't you? If you love playing chess, why wouldn't you want to improve? But that's a critical question, because there might be some people that want to get better at chess for all the wrong reasons. They might just want to, you know, kind of impress their friends, impress their coach, for whatever reason, impress their girlfriend, boyfriend, what have you. That those reasons may not necessarily stick in the long run. By now, I think I've lost count in how many times people ask me what my chess rating is. Rating, official chess rating or non-official chess rating, really isn't all that important, because to a lot of people it's sort of black and white. Oh, well, how is chess rating all that relevant to, you know, your desire to play chess? So long story short, I think I've responded to that question by saying that what really matters so much so is not the chess rating that you have. It's the accuracy of your games. How many mistakes do you do? How many blunders do you do? How accurately do you play your games? Because that tells me that you're trying. Your chess rating might be 800. Your chess rating might be 1700 or anywhere in between, and it doesn't matter what it is, because what matters is when you go to play your game, are you actually trying? My average accuracy rate is somewhere in the range of about 80%. So I try not to make blunders. I try to take every single position and analyze it and try to make the best move, because once again, as I've mentioned before in many of my videos, that in the end it really doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is, are you satisfied with the outcome? And if you really tried in your games, that's going to be the most important thing. Is you want to really take every single position and do your best in understanding what's going on. Even with the limited knowledge, do your best in understanding what might be the best move from this point forward. Now, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that will disagree with what I'm about to say. However, there is usually thousands of people every day that will watch grandmasters, masters, international masters stream their games. And I don't really know what those viewers are hoping to accomplish by watching the games. Obviously, they're watching the games because those games are interesting, and that the grandmasters do a phenomenally good job at explaining, you know, why they went which way. However, a lot of those grandmasters are playing 3-minute games, and they are on a level that is so far surpassed what the normal you and me type of individual is capable of accomplishing in their chess games, and their thought process is so much larger. I think that on some level, a lot of those viewers that watch those games, they do learn a few things. It's not like they're just sitting there and not learning anything. However, how effective is this learning knowledge going to be to improve your chess game? It's kind of like if I watch videos on how to, you know, how to exercise from like the top tier bodybuilders, the professional bodybuilders out there. And that's what people do. It seems like that's what we should all do, is we look up to the very best to see how we can improve, because they've already reached that level. However, professional bodybuilders, the ones that are on the very top level, a lot of times they've taken the route to get there. And now what they're doing is they're showing you what they're doing right now and maybe give you a few tips and tricks. But on our level here, that may not be the best approach. I mean, these people are consuming like 400 or 500 grams of protein per day, something that if I were starting to eat right now, I would probably be just bedridden within a couple of days. So basically they've traveled that journey with or without, you know, steroids. So they've traveled that journey, and now they're giving us advice. And And the easy thing to do is to look at somebody and say like, oh, this grandmaster has achieved such a level. By understanding his thought process, we will improve in the chess game. And a lot of times people kind of, they'll sit there and they'll be watching these games, hours and hours on end. And I don't know if it's effective. As a matter of fact, a lot of those viewers will, after watching, will go and play these blitz bullet games themselves, because the grandmaster is not playing classical games. Why would he do that? He's playing 3-minute games, 1-minute game. I'm not trying to say that we shouldn't really be watching those grandmasters play, because a lot of their games are very interesting to watch. I watch some from time to time, but to expect that you're going to learn how to play chess and to improve your chess game strictly from watching those videos, I think that it may not necessarily be the most effective way how to improve on chess. I also think that although solving chess puzzles is a great way to improve your tactical skills alone may not necessarily improve your chess game as far as you'd like it to go. Ultimately, I think playing games against equally rated opponents as you and really taking the time to try to understand every position and every move is going to be ultimately the best way you can improve in chess. Really don't go by memory as much as look at every position before you and just really try to understand, like, this is the type of understanding that I do on my level. I'll say, hey, here's a chess opening, the knight comes out, and then all of a sudden, in the next time somebody plays, instead of taking out the knight, they'll push the pawn in that spot. And then since they push the pawn in that spot, what I usually ask myself immediately is, the fact that the knight is not there in the beginning of the game, what advantages do I have as opposed to if that knight was there? And I mean, a lot of that goes from memory, but I always think, from the very first move that I make, as far as if the player is playing by the book, then I try to play by the book. As soon as the opponent makes a move outside of the book move, then I usually stop and I'll say, what is different about this position? Let's take a look, let's analyze, let's try to figure things out. And let's try to see how much of an advantage or a disadvantage his deviation from the book has allowed him. And all this type of thinking, ultimately, like I said, it's really all about not so much so chasing that rating. And if you are chasing the rating, hopefully you're chasing it for the right reasons and you wish to see an improvement. That way you can justify to yourself all the time you've spent playing chess has been worthwhile. However, if you're just trying to convince somebody, hey, look, my chess rating is a little bit higher than yours, it's really not the best approach, because I feel like ultimately a lot of people will sort of burn out if they're only concerned about the chess rating. I've been in live tournaments many years before, and it feels good to win a few games here and get your chess rating a little bit higher. However, that sense of feeling good, ultimately is not what chess is all about. Chess is about loving the game, loving the part where you're thinking about playing, and just having a lot of fun. For most of us, that's what it should be about. Because here's the thing too, by watching the grandmasters, some of those players are rated 2,800. I think the streamers that I've seen, the lowest rated ones are probably at least 2,200. You're watching those games and you're understanding their movements and stuff, and you say to yourself, I'm rated at 900, but I understand where they're coming from, so I could ultimately be 2,200. That may not happen, okay? And that could create disappointment at some point. If you're rated 900, how long would it take for you to get to 2,200? But what I want you to understand is that it's possible, however, to have none of that disappointment, to be able to enjoy the game. You just have to sort of face reality and say, look, I'm not going to strive to get to 2,200. I'm not going to strive to get to 2,200. Whatever rating I get to is whatever rating I get to. It really won't make a difference to me. What makes a difference to me is if I'm enjoying the games and if I'm making less and less mistakes over time. That's what ultimately is going to be important to me. Now, I have mentioned this again as far as advantages of playing games. A lot of times people out there are saying, well, you know, I'm spending a lot of time. And that's how I used to be when I was younger too. I would look at the amount of time that I'm spending doing certain hobbies, activities, or whatnot. I used to run every single day. Now I'm weightlifting, and then I'm, playing chess at least 5 games a day. And so sometimes we sit down and we're saying, wow, we're spending so much time doing this. To what end is it? What is our goal? And sometimes people have to set a goal for themselves. Well, there's no goal, because the alternative is you don't do those things, and the alternative is you don't exercise your brain, or you don't exercise your body, and you may do something else. And whether you're right or not right, it really doesn't matter in the end, So, like, for example, I graduated 7 years ago. Now, before 7 years ago, when I was taking my college classes and then I was going to professional school, I was having tests. I was studying every single day. There was a lot of thinking involved, a lot of memorizing. My brain was always active, and I enjoyed that. But when I graduated, I'm still learning every single day, but not to that extent which I used to. And chess is a great way to keep my brain active. That's where my brain wants to be, and I feel like if I stopped playing chess, then my brain would not be as active. Doing these videos for me and thinking, and talking to you guys also keeps my brain active, and that is what I wish for everybody out there, is to just keep yourself active, keep yourself going, exercise daily, exercise your body, exercise your mind, do your best, and try not to make as much mistakes. Hopefully you guys have found this video interesting. I know from the thumbnail you may have guessed that this video is going to be of a higher quality than it usually is, but as always, I do try my best, and I always try to be helpful for people out there. Those who are watching my channel, be sure to hit that like button. That really does help. Be sure to leave a comment below. And everybody, if I don't make a video within the next couple of weeks, happy Father's Day to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.